welcome to the San Lorenzo Library Expansion Project groundbreaking ceremony. Bravo, there it is. Hey! Good morning. This is a great day for San Lorenzo and the surrounding communities. I'm delighted to see that so many people have shown up to join us in this wonderful celebration and this truly historic event. Before we get started, I wanted to first introduce myself. My name is Stephen Jones. I'm the Central District Director with Alameda County Supervisor Wilma Cham. And we are joined today by several elected officials or their staff and other notable individuals. And I just wanted to make sure that we took a few minutes to recognize their attendance today. In the office of Congressman Eric Swalwell, we have Gabriel Arteaga, Austin Bruckner from Senator Ellen Corbett's office, Phil Abraham from Assemblymember Bill Quirk's office, from County Supervisor Nate Miley's office, Bob Swanson and Eva Poon, from the Newark City Council, Susie Collazo. She's also a commissioner on the Alameda County Library Commission. From Chabot Las Positas Community College Board District of Trustees, Dr. Hal Jen, he's the board president. From the San Lorenzo Unified School District, Norman Faubert, who's the school board president, and board members Isabel Polverosa and Penny Peck. In addition, we're joined by Dr. Fred Brill, who's the superintendent of schools. And from the San Lorenzo Village Homes Association, we're joined by Catherine Kavash, who's the board president, Diane Weidler, who's the vice president, Steve Kirk and Cheryl Hoffman, both board members, and in addition, Susan Kleebauer, who's the administrator, is joining us today as well. And I also want to recognize the following board members from the Hayward Area Parks and Recreation District, Mine Jameson, Dennis Waspy, and Lou Andrade. I want to thank each of you for joining us here today. Without further ado, it's now my privilege to introduce you to the woman whose leadership has really made this day possible, Alameda County Supervisor Wilma Cham.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today with the community who actually had the perseverance to make this possible. I know the library work has predated my time serving the San Lorenzo community 3 years ago. I know that you've been working on this for 20 years, and it's finally going to pay off. I'm going to use my, since I serve on the Board of Supervisors with 4 men, they always use a lot of sports analogies. So I would say, you know, I probably got this on around the 50 or 40 yard line, and we finally taking it over to make a touchdown. So anyway, as some of you may or may not know, the San Lorenzo Library is actually the oldest library in the whole of Alameda County, and the exterior of this building has not been changed in 45 years. This expansion will be fabulous. It's going to double the size of the library to about 20,000 square feet. And it will include, the new library will include a community room, cafe, a dedicated teen area, space for used book sales, additional public computers, and a learning center for small group classes and tutoring. The library will be also a certified high-performance green building. When the library is completed in 2015, area residents will be able to enjoy a revitalized building where everyone will have access to the educational tools and support services they need to succeed in life. And I firmly believe that libraries are the heart of the community, and you're going to have just a beautiful building here. Just to give a little bit of background, we were in the design phase of the library in 2011 when the state legislature and Governor Brown eliminated redevelopment agencies. And in the county, we actually did a great job with our redevelopment money. There were some cities in the state who misused it, but I can proudly say we weren't one of them. And we were very devastated and disappointed that this money was taken away, because the library project was one that was going to be funded by redevelopment money. So working with the rest of the board in 2011, I led a board action to secure $18 million a year over the next 5 years to complete projects not only in San Lorenzo, but throughout the urban unincorporated areas, because people like yourselves have been working on these projects for years. And so we were able to use this money It's a $9.4 million project for this library. We're able to secure that money to complete the project. I want to thank the Library Task Force. Obviously, when you're designing a public building, people want to have a lot of input, and we recognize that. We put together a new library task force, and it was very, very diverse, and we worked very closely with County GSA and the Public Works Department and the architect, and we received a lot of input over about 3 or 4 months. We also held 2 community convenings in the library where people could fill out surveys, come and look at the design elements, inside, outside, colors. And the thing that was really great is there was almost unanimous opinion on which designs to go for. So people knew what they liked, and luckily a lot of you liked the same thing. So we were able to get through that process. To finish off, this is part of revitalizing San Lorenzo. As you know, the facade has been improved at Lucky. Mr. Bohannon is here who did that. This will be the cornerstone when you enter the community. And in addition to this project, we've set aside another $4.7 million for the Hesperian Boulevard streetscape, which is going to be starting soon. Another $4.4 million for the Civic Plaza, which will lead out from here. So this is just going to be a beautiful area. And there'll be additional funds for senior housing and other projects in the future. So today we're really here to celebrate, and for me to thank all of you very much for all the help, all the years of advocating, all the input that you've given us to get us here today. So again, thank you very much. And now, at this time, I'd like to introduce Jean Hofackett, the Alameda County Librarian.
Good morning. I would like to say with Wilma that I have not been here for the entire 45 years. I've been here with this library for 14, and I am counting on 18 months from now when the grand opening happens and we have a 21st century 22,000 square foot building to offer to you. The almost 9 square miles that make up the San Lorenzo Library service area is home to an incredibly diverse group of folk. We are the world. We are the United Nations. People from all over the globe are in Alameda County and in San Lorenzo, and the San Lorenzo Library, like all of our county libraries, is here for each and every one of you. We collect information in 13 different languages. We have bilingual, trilingual programming that we do all the time. We are very invested in homework help for our young'uns. We do that with the help of a great volunteer corps. We have amazing children's programs that are just packed out when we have the young'uns all coming in and piling in on top of each other to play with our library staff. Several people asked me as I came in today how I'm doing today. I'm doing great. And I will tell you that the library staff, both from San Lorenzo and the other Alameda County library staff who are here, these are the days we shine and smile. We'll be smiling until midnight tonight because this library is real. Wilma, thank you for making it real. Come back, block out the summer of 2015 until we can tell you what the grand opening date is going to be, and we will sing and shout. Thank you.
Okay, before we go on, I want to also acknowledge Aisha Knowles, who's with the Alameda County Board of Education. And now I'd like to introduce Andreas Kluver from the Building and Construction Trade Council of Alameda County. And he's going to talk about the fact that this is going to be the first building under the county-wide project labor agreement.
Good morning. My name's Andreas Kluver. I'm Secretary-Treasurer with the Alameda County Building and Construction Trades Council. And what that means is I actually am an umbrella organization of 28 unions that represent the men and women that are going to be building this project. And we are really excited about this project and this groundbreaking today. I mean, this project, it's a win-win-win all the way around. I mean, I look at the design, and it's definitely going to be a cornerstone for the community in terms of the area's revitalization. It's a beautiful project. It's going to be a great community resource. And I actually think in the age of the internet and electronic media, a built environment, a communal built environment space is probably more important than anything. So I think that's going to be a real win. And I think, as Wilma had just mentioned also, this is the first project that is being built under an agreement between the building trades and the county as a community workforce agreement. And what that means is it's an agreement, and I want to thank Wilma's leadership for that agreement as well too. It's an agreement that's going to create a pathway for local disadvantaged residents to get into the trades. In other words, start a career for them and their families as a result of this project. And this is the first of many projects that's going to provide that pathway. So it's going to be an economic development boost for the area as well too, in creating hopefully hundreds of families that are going to be on a way out of poverty into sustainability into good union middle class jobs. So we're extremely excited about this project. We can't wait to get started. We got a great contractor with Alton doing this project. I'm excited about them. We've got a great working relationship, and so I'm confident this is going to be a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce David Schnee with G4 Architects, who helped design this beautiful building. And I want to give kudos to him because he did a great deal of work with the community, did a wonderful job. So, David.
Thank you, Supervisor Chan, and thank you, members of the GSA, Public Works, CDA, and Public Library team. It's been a privilege working with you over this past year. I'm standing here representing over 100 designers, architects, engineers who've been working over the past years to bring this project to this stage. We have a little animation going under the tent. We have these colored renderings here, and we have a stack of drawings, really, really thick, which the talented builders will be soon taking hammer and saw and welding torch to make happen. I've been asked to give you a little verbal tour of what the library will be in just a few words. And so let me tell you. First of all, we're standing just about where the library entry will still be when the new library opens up. Instead of entering into a sort of compressed and crowded and dark entryway, you're going to enter into a high ceiling space full of natural light. You're going to go through the doors in there, and you're going to see new books, popular materials, friendly library staff greeting you, and you're going to go, wow, what a great place to be. You're going to look to your left as you come in, and you're going to see a cafe. We've heard about that being a high priority. You're going to see lots of collections, the books that you want. And of course, the library is so much more than books today. It's also about technology. There'll be a lot more technology and places for you to bring your own machines to come in and use, and library provided technology as well. There'll be a place to sit for everyone, whether you want to sit down at a table and work on a book or a newspaper, or you want to sit in a comfortable chair along a counter by the window. There'll be a place for you here. There will also be a greatly expanded meeting room. The little meeting room we have in here is just crazily small. We're going to have one that's going to be great for library programs and all sorts of community activities and events. It will be fantastic. Well, that's just half of the library. The other half is we're still preserving and working with and seismically upgrading the existing high volume space, which is really a gem of a space. You'll find more collections in there, more technology again. You'll have a greatly expanded children's area. And what you'll have also is a great teen area and a learning center in there. And it's worth noting that when this building was built, there was more space dedicated to restrooms than there was to teens. So that's something the library and the county have erased. We know that children and our youth are our future, and this library is really providing for them. So that's a little bit about what you'll experience. Underneath all of that is going to be a highly sustainable library and sustainable building that will be energy efficient, will harvest the natural light, will control the heat in summertime, will be energy efficient year-round, and will take care of stormwater treatment in innovative ways. It will be a project that will be sustainable for years to come, and it will also be sustainable to operate. What you want is something that's easy to operate for library staff so they can be out helping you all the time and answering your questions and assisting you. And so the final thing to talk about is what Supervisor Chan mentioned about the role of this library, not just within the building, but within the broader community. We've designed this building to integrate with the other future improvements around here, Hesperian Plaza, the senior housing behind it. One of the values we heard expressed in the community was we want a library that has a civic presence, is warm and inviting. We have the existing roof to the left is one wing of a butterfly roof that goes up to this side. Our new roof has a butterfly wing that opens out towards you here. You come under its embrace. You have a covered porch that's a place where children's storytime projects can be, and also be a place where you can enjoy community gathering, and that it will be the linchpin of all these community improvements from Hesperian Plaza and the senior housing around. So you'll have just the heartbeat of the community will remain here and be even stronger in the future. And we look forward to watching it and helping it get built over the years ahead and celebrating with you when it's open.
Okay, now we're actually going to do the groundbreaking, and I think everyone knows it's, we have a representative from Gene and the CDA, our GSA, the architects, the construction, a representative from Village Homes, Andreas. So if we could all go over and do that. After we do that, we do want to take a group picture. So then we'll call you all over and we'll take one giant picture. And then after that, feel free to look at all the display boards. The architects will answer any questions you have, and then we can just enjoy the great weather, have popcorn, and continue with the celebration. Thank you.
Oh, is that what it is?
3, 2, 1, go!
Here's the good teams in San Lorenzo.
There's folks who want to come up and have their picture taken with these great signs, memorialize this great day. Please come on through. I'm going to open up this tape